Imagine if heaven descended to Earth instead of humans ascending to it. This is precisely what biologist John Calhoun attempted to discover in his shocking Universe 25 experiment, where he created a veritable paradise for mice, unlimited food, ample space, and complete safety from disease and predators. Yet the outcome was horrifying. After an initial boom, the mouse society collapsed entirely, transforming into a hellscape of violence, isolation, and extinction. The fateful question: what would happen if we humans were granted this paradise? Let's conduct a terrifying thought experiment. Let's take 50 young men and women from similar European backgrounds, all at the peak of health and beauty, and place them in a closed human paradise. We will provide them with absolute abundance, gourmet food, luxurious housing, designer clothes, and advanced technology. Perpetual pleasure, swimming pools, gyms, endless entertainment. Total security, no diseases, no wars, no financial fears. Complete sexual freedom, advanced contraception allowing for sex without consequences. The 7 deadly sins, the conditions for human extinction. But beneath this gilded surface, ancient human toxins would begin to emerge, one after another. Pride. Initial equality would devolve into bitter competition for social status. Who is the most beautiful, the smartest, the most popular? The small society would become a battleground for a cold war of glances, whispers, and condescension. Greed. Despite the abundance, individuals would begin to hoard. This better cabin is for me. This special food must be for my use only. The human nature of ownership would explode even in the absence of need. Lust. Sex would lose its sanctity and become mere amusement. Relationships would become fleeting and fragile, and emotional intimacy would vanish. Everyone would be available to everyone, thus making no one special to anyone. Envy. Envy would ignite like wildfire. Why is he with her and not with me? Why does she get more attention? Collective happiness would turn into a constant monitoring of what others possess. Gluttony. Despite the availability of healthy food, some would begin to overindulge hysterically as a way to fill an internal void. Eating would become an escape from boredom and existential emptiness. Sloth. Why work? Why dream? Why strive? In a world where everything is available, everything loses its value. The youth would lose their passion. Their energy would turn into a lethal lethargy. Wrath. This is the final spark. When all these toxins accumulate, wrath will emerge in its ugliest form. A small quarrel over a glance will become a war. A hurtful word will escalate into physical violence. The collapse, when spoiled childhood meets existential void. Here comes the most frightening psychological factor. Most of these young people grew up in affluent societies, accustomed to getting everything easily. They never learned patience, never experienced deprivation, never developed immunity to frustration. By the 6th month, the collapse would begin. One group would withdraw from society completely, refusing to speak to others. Another group would turn into aggressive beings, attacking without reason. Sexual relations would cease because they had lost all meaning. Personal hygiene would break down and depression would spread like an epidemic. In the end, the society would die from within before its members died physically. Paradise would turn into hell, and heaven would become a psychological cage. Conclusion. Do we need suffering to remain human? The mouse experiment was not a failure in design. It was a shocking revelation of the truth. Meaning is not found in comfort, but in challenge. Hope does not spring from fullness, but from hunger. A hunger for achievement, for true love, for the struggle for something we believe in. Humanity will not go extinct due to a lack of resources, but it might perish because of a meaningless abundance. Our earthly paradise could be the shortest path to our personal and collective hell.